The 5 top ways to invest your stimulus check. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and stick to the end. I'm going to show you how to multiply infinitely your stimulus check. Number 5, starting a small business. If you ever had an idea of starting a new business, you should invest your stimulus check in things that will allow that business to start off. For example, if you ever thought about having a small business like a grass cutting business, you can use the money from the stimulus check and buy the equipment that you need, whatever machine you need, whatever accessories you need. And also you can use that money to get the license to start that business, to open your LLC, everything that goes around the business, you can use that money to start it. Number 4, investing in a safety net. We all have heard the concept of that we need to at least accumulate 3 months or 6 months of our income so we can have a safety net. It's important to do that because at the beginning of our financial journey, most of our business are not going to succeed the way that we want to. The first ones are going to be either a learning lesson or are simply just going to fail. And hey, that is okay. It means that you're learning. It means that you're taking steps into doing what you want to do eventually. But we need to keep that safety net there to protect us from whatever might happen in the future. So investing your stimulus check into an account that will allow you to have the freedom to fail is a great way of investing your stimulus check. Paying down your debt. Think about debt as the contrary of investment. Debts are taking money away from your pocket. Investments put money in your pocket. So if you remove a negative thing, you get a positive outcome. So by using the stimulus check money to pay off part of your debt, let's say that you have a credit card debt that are the most common, you can use that to minimize the time that it will require you to pay off your debt. Number 2, start a Roth IRA account. If you haven't started one yet, I highly recommend that you do. A Roth IRA account is an account that allows you to invest money in it. You pay taxes up front, which means that whenever you get all of those profits from investing your money over time, your money will not be taxed once you take it out. So this is a great thing to invest on. Who wants to be taxed on the profits that you make off of your money? And a Roth IRA account is a great account to invest in the SP 500, mutual index fund, things that grow passively without you having to be constantly on top of it. And number 1, and for me this is the most important one, this is the one that actually is going to make the best use of the money from the stimulus check, it is to invest in yourself. The greats have said it before. Most of the people that we recognize now as idols are people that greatly invested in themselves and they created themselves to be an asset, and that allowed them to be where they are now. I'm going to give you 2 examples of people that you might know that might get you inspired into investing in yourself. Warren Buffett said,
and I'll give you 2 pieces of advice. I'd invest as much in myself as you can. I mean, you're your own biggest asset by far. I mean, you've got all kinds of potential. All the people in this room, you're lucky to be in this country, gotten a good education, but most people go through life using up a very small part of their potential. And so anything you do that invests in yourself, that's the best investment you can possibly make.
Warren Buffett is one of the most brilliant investors of our era, and he's saying that the number 1 investment you can do is to invest in yourself. Then there might be something of value there. Now, another story that I have for you is the story of Tony Robbins. When Tony Robbins went to Jim Rohn seminar.
Make happen. And then I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I made it happen. I remember I went to work for this man named Jim Rohn. Anybody here heard of Jim Rohn? Wow, quite a few. I went to saw him when I was 17 years old. And I was totally broke, our family was broke, and I needed to earn some money. So on the weekends, he was fixing homes and then flipping them. And so I went to help him move some of those homes. And while I was moving, I said, listen, my dad said you used to be such a loser, and now you're so successful. Kids can get by with this shit, you know. I thought I was asking him just a normal question, right? You know? And he said, your father said, what? In the end, he said, well, he's probably right. And I said, what changed you? He said, I went to a seminar. I said, what the hell's a seminar? He said, well, this man who has this incredible life experience tells you the best insights he has and saves you like a decade or 2. I said, wow. I said, how long is he talking? It was 3.5 hours. I go, holy shit, that's a long time. 9, 4, 6 day things, right? But I said, well, I don't understand. He goes, Tony, you can learn on your own experience, and that's the most expensive way to learn because it costs you time, and you'll never get the time back. He said, you got to spend the money. I said, well, how much is it? This is 1977. This shows how old I am. I'm a 17-year-old kid. And he said, it's $35. And I'm like, holy shit, because I'm making $40 a week as a janitor. That's a week's pay for one little evening? He goes, well, you shouldn't go. You should just figure it out on your own over the next 30 years. I said, can you get me in? He said, yeah. I said, will you? He said, no. I said, why not? He said, you won't value it. He said, if you struggle to be there, you'll take notes. And I did. I figured every like dollar was worth 3 cents and shit. I was like committed. But the interesting thing was I made that little decision and it led me to a whole different life because I decided from that point forward I wasn't going to learn by my own experience. And I had to come up with, the next step with him was like a couple $1,000 program for a weekend. And I didn't have a couple $1,000.
We're talking about Tony Robbins, a multi-millionaire that is a well-renowned speaker around the world teaching people how to improve their lives. He's saying that for him, what started was the fact that he invested into going something that was going to give him important information about how to approach life and how to improve his life quality. Then I think we should do the same. For me, in my opinion, the best way to invest this type of money is to invest it into improving myself. This is it from me. I'll see you on the next one. Make sure that if you want to keep on growing, you check out these 2 videos right here. You check these 2 videos right here. You check these 2 videos right here. You check these 2 videos right here.